Okay, continuing with part 3 of my series here. First up, I have Suffocation, Pierced from Within. This is such a heavy album. I guess you would call this slam, but technical, whatever you want to call it. It's just awesome, over-the-top death metal. I love the cover art. I like the lyrics. Guitars are awesome. The drumming is incredible. My favorite Suffocation release by far. Up next I have Opeth, Orchid. I don't know if Opeth is considered death metal. Some people consider them black metal or whatever, but I consider this to be death metal. And this is just has like a haunted, eerie sound to it, and I really like that a lot. One of my favorite songs is Under the Weeping Moon, and it's like you're going through an Eastern European forest at midnight with a full moon. It's just really cool, kind of eerie feeling to it, but just really great album in my opinion. Interesting cover art for death metal, but one of my favorites. Up next, I have Oppressor with Agony. These guys are from Chicago. Never really got much attention when they were out, but this is a pretty darn good album here. They're somewhat technical, I would say. Guitar, they have really some neat guitar runs to them and stuff. Your brutal death metal. Like I said, they didn't get much herald attention when they were together, but pretty darn good album. Good release there. Up next I have is another brutal release, and this is Origin with Informis Infinitas Inhumanitas, or III, or 3 Eyes, whatever you want to call it. This is some pretty technical, high-speed stuff. The drummer is always doing something. I mean, he's like 16 notes or 30-second notes through the whole album. But who cares? It's still pretty dang cool. I was lucky enough to see these guys one time, and they just blew me away. Just so heavy and fast, and yeah, great band. I think they're from Iowa or Kansas, can't remember, but from the Midwest. And yeah, I like Origin a lot. Up next I have Postulated Inherited Cryptochedism. This has a guy in it from what is that band? Can't think of the band's name right now. But anyways, the drumming is so hyper fast, and just like I said, like this is over the top, hyper that snare drum sound you get. Man, it's killing me. I cannot think of the other band that this drummer is from. But anyways, this is a pretty brutal release, nice and short and sweet, and just a lot of fun. If I come back to it, I will say the name of the other band that this guy is in, but for some reason I can't think of it. Up next I have Putrivore, Macabre Kingdom. This is on Extreme Music. This is a Spanish band, and they're excellent. This is an excellent release. They sound a bit like Incantation, but it's just a fun death metal. Good catchy songs, brutal songs, just to the point death metal. And yeah, Putrivore from Spain, really great. Prodequian, that's what it is. He's a Tennessee band, Prodequian, just brutal band. Chad Wells, I believe is his name, but that's the band I was thinking of. Up next, I have a Dutch band called Pyama Cerebral Serial. It's out on Unique Leader Records. This is just a fun death metal album. You can say that they're influenced some by Cannibal Corpse, or maybe Deicide, stuff like that, but just a fun album to listen to. You can tell by the cover art that it's kind of a gory type of death metal, but I like that kind of death metal. It's fun to listen to. Up next, I have a 2018 release here. It's called Skeletal Remains, Devouring Mortality. And, yeah, Bill Case has it correct. This is some pretty brutal stuff. And I can't remember the guitar player's name, but he does all the leads and all the guitar work in this album, from my recollection. And he does a phenomenal job. I mean, for one guitarist, he's gotta have like two brains or something to do all this stuff. I mean, seriously. Yeah, Skeletal Remains, pretty good band on Dark Descent Records. Yeah, I like it. Up next, I have Tribulation, The Formulas of Death. This is a very, very long death metal CD. It's like over 70 minutes long. But it does not get boring. You'd think it would that long. But there's some neat acoustic pieces. There's some nice transitional songs. And with your heavy melodic death metal. And yeah, this song talks about death a lot. Of course, it's death metal, but yeah, pretty good album here. Tribulation from Sweden. I believe this was their sophomore album. Good stuff. Up next, I have Sinister Hate. Sinister is a great band. They are the thrashy, heavy death metal band that just reeks of pure death metal. I really love the songs Awaiting the Absu and To Megatherion. Just lots of blast beats. I don't know what to say about these guys. Just a great, brutal Dutch death metal. I love their logo. I think Sinister's got the coolest logo, coolest sounding name in death metal. And next I have another Swedish one, Unanimated Ancient God of Evil. This is a very melodic type of death metal. Definitely has a Swedish feel to it. And Swedish melodic death metal a lot of times will sound like black metal to some extent, like you have Dissection and bands like such like them. But this is just a really, really great, catchy guitar album. Some really neat passages on here, and just a great album. It's on No Fashion Records, Sweden. Yeah, pretty good stuff here. Next, another Swedish release. This is Unleash with Sworn Allegiance. Unleash, they have like probably 15 CDs out. This is the one that I just keep coming back to the most. I really like the song about the long ships are coming. Yeah, I just think of Lindisfarne, 793 AD, and I think about the Vikings coming there to pillage. And yeah, well, Unleashed is one of the Viking metal originators of Viking metal. Unleashed, along with Bathory, are the ones that started singing about Vikings and such. And yeah, this is just one that I really, really like, and I always come back to this one. So that's Unleashed, Sworn Allegiance. Up next, I have another brutal one. This one's Vomit the Soul with Apostles of Inexpression. This is on Unique Leader Records. and Vomit the Soul is a good name for it. This is some pretty heavy slamming stuff, kind of like in the vein of Suffocation, I would say, but just over the top, very heavy stuff. I like the artwork to this, and like I said, I like the name and everything. Vomit the Soul, that's a great name. Can't remember where these guys are from. I won't say Italy, but I could be mistaken. And up next I have Zyklon, World of Worms. This is a Norwegian band. Has a Samuth from Emperor in it. Samuth Antrim from Emperor. And yeah, it's got sort of a black metal tinge to it. I could say some people call it black metal, some call it death metal. I mean, kind of like Behemoth. Are they black metal or death metal? I don't know. I don't really care. These guys are. This is just a really good album. Has some really great drumming in it. Trim is an awesome drummer. Kind of cool how they have the